Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name is Lena Brown, and today I'm going to be breaking down exactly how our family saves 40% of our income. I'm going to be letting you in on the strategies that we use to save a large portion of our income and how you could utilize these strategies also. So if you are interested in paying down debt, saving for retirement, or saving for a special vacation, or whatever you're saving for, this is the video for you, because I'm going to show you how you could possibly save more of your income. Okay, we're just going to get this first one out of the way. No one wants to hear about it, but here we go. It's the budget. The main way that we save money is by budgeting. We know where every single dollar is going, what its job is most of the time, and we have a plan for our money so that we can keep an eye on it. So it's actually a tool of freedom for us. So we know I've got this much money to spend, no problem, that's the plan. And we can also see where can we tweak, where could we spend less, or where do we need to spend more. So we're adjusting it, but our money is not just going wherever it wants. We are being the boss of our money. So budget is really about being the boss of your money, and you want to be the boss of your money. If you need a simple budget and you need to make one of your first budgets, you can go check out my other video called Simple Budget. So another part of budgeting that really works for us is that we're writing down every purchase. So this means we're saving receipts, or maybe you like to do that on your phone. So you are keeping track of every purchase that you make and writing it down in your budget, or you're accounting for it somehow. This makes me spend less money because I have to account for every dollar, and I need to know where it went and why it was spent. So in a way, this makes it a little bit of a pain to buy stuff. So I'm less likely to buy things, or I'm more likely to think about it for longer. So I'm not just making a purchase on a whim necessarily. I'm thinking about it for a couple days and then I'm like, do I really need this? My next tip is automatic savings. So the big buzzword in personal finance is pay yourself first. So we have a very variable income, and sometimes we have variable expenses, and I'm sure you are no different. Like, oh, there's the $200 doctor bill now we have to pay. It's like, that does not fit nicely into the budget. So if we had automatic withdrawals or paying yourself first that was very, very large, we could start going haywire real fast. I guess my warning with this is, yes, make it a priority to save money and to be thinking about saving every possible penny, but at the same time, watch how much those automatic withdrawals are, because things happen, life happens, things need to be fixed, and it doesn't always work out perfectly. So we definitely have some automatic withdrawals for savings, but they are not all of our extra income. Okay, my next tip is to avoid a lifestyle inflation. This is kind of another buzzword in the finance community. So the idea with lifestyle inflation is that your lifestyle is ballooning to match your income. So you gotta watch out. When you get more income, it's easy to be like, oh, now I can afford a nicer car. And then that doesn't actually help your savings rate. It just means you're spending more money. So we like to think of any raises as a saving bonus. So you get a raise, you figure out how to make more money, that means you get to save more money. So kind of on the same track of that is watch rising housing costs. And some of this is unavoidable, but also think about this when you're buying a house. And I talk about this in a different video that you should go and watch after you watch this one, about how much house you should buy, or thinking about how much house will comfortably fit within your lifestyle and your income. The thing about getting a bigger place to live is that the heating bill goes up, the water bill goes up. We bought this house with the intention of turning one of the extra bedrooms into an Airbnb, and we did that, so it's an income source, but because the house is bigger, there are more costs. So our heating bill went up like $100 a month. So it's not just about the bigger mortgage payment, it's about the bigger expenses, the bigger water bill, the bigger heating bill. These things really add up. On the topic of budgeting, we want to track our savings goals. So this keeps us motivated and it helps us see our progress and see how much money we have been able to save. So I would recommend printing off a debt-free chart. They have ones for paying off debt, which are free, I believe still, and then they have ones that you can buy for not very much money. We bought a beautiful tree for $2 or something like that, and it's been totally worth it. It keeps us on track, it keeps us motivated, and we get to color when we save things. So this is a visual way for us to keep track and stay motivated towards our savings goals. And make sure that each step of your savings goal is small enough. At least for us, increments of $100 seem to be a good place for us. If it's $1,000 increment, you just feel like you're not making any progress, and that's just no fun. And then you don't want to save money anymore, and then you just spend it. Okay, my next tip is to limit time that you spend on places that you can see cool things to buy. So this means Amazon, maybe Instagram has a lot of advertisements of cool things or pretty clothes or whatever it is that's your fancy. If you don't want to spend money, then if you spend all your time on Tarte Cosmetics like me, maybe, that will really not help your budget. Do I break this rule all the time myself? Absolutely, but this is something I try to keep in mind as I'm trying to avoid spending money. Gotta stay away from the places that will help you spend money. My next tip is to watch your discretionary purchases. So Dave Ramsey likes to talk about the 4 walls of budgeting. So food, utilities, shelter, and transportation. So these are the essentials for keeping you alive. So if something that you want to purchase is not one of those things, perhaps you don't really need it, and perhaps you could go without it. This can be a really painful point for a lot of people, but this is, you know, those fun things like eating out, buying the brand new phone, buying brand new clothes, cable TV, coffee, shopping, whatever your poison is. This is a little bit of a downer because it's like, you're taking away all my fun. But this is really just about a choice. Do we want all the fun now, or do we want some of the fun later? So it's also incredibly empowering when you can see how much money you've saved and how hard you work to get there. Okay, my next tip is to stay organized and know what kind of things you have around your house already. So I am not so great at this because my house is not very organized, and we just ran into this last week. We went to Costco and we bought dishwasher soap, but then we came home and we realized we had an extra one in the pantry, which means we just spent money we didn't need to spend. And you know, it's not a huge deal, but these things add up. Like, oh, we're out of toothpaste in the cupboard, but it's like, well, actually I have another toothpaste somewhere else, or I have a little sample size from the dentist we could use or something, or we're not actually out of this, but if you go and buy it before you actually really need it, you're spending a lot of extra money, and you're storing all that extra stuff. I know some people like to get a slew of things on sale, and I know that's a different strategy, but if we don't need it right now, we don't need it right now. So maybe I bought the toothpaste in a pack of 2, but if I forget about the second toothpaste and we don't use it, we're just gonna buy another one and waste more money. So if you know what's in your inventory, you're not re-buying things that you already own. You know, maybe you're at the end of the month and you're like, I'm out of cleaning solution or something. But if you can go find some somewhere, then you don't actually have to bust your budget because you already have it somewhere. I really need to organize my entire house. I think we've done this 3 times this week. So we bought dishwasher soap, can't find the toothpaste, and Epsom salt. We bought Epsom salt, and then I come back and we have a whole Costco bag. I'm like, ah! I definitely need to get better at this one, but I think it definitely makes a huge difference when you know what you have so you don't have to rebuy. So I hope this video gave you a few ideas about how maybe you could save just a little bit more of your money each month. Even 1% more or 2% more can make a huge difference in your saving goals. Comment down below, what are your secret sauce strategies for saving just a little bit more money? Please like this video for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future uploads, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.